Hello and welcome to today's August 19th second stimulus check update. Today I'm going to cover internal pressure building on the Democratic Party, Nancy Pelosi calling the House of Representatives back for an emergency session, a new stimulus package, and my new contest going live tonight for people in the community to win $1,300 that we are giving to 26 families. If you're a subscribed member of my community, then welcome back. Make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. Okay, now I've been sharing with you over the past few weeks, Republicans are wanting to do multiple stimulus relief packages covering different topics, while the Democratic Party wants to do one large, all-encompassing package. Republicans are trying to stay closer to a $1 trillion bill, while Democrats want to do closer to a $3.4 trillion bill. Each group has agreed to come up a little bit or come down a little bit to try to find common ground. However, at this point, we are stuck. But in a twist of events, Democrats Scott Peters of California, Don Beyer of Virginia, and Derek Kilmer of Washington State sent an open letter to Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi, urging Pelosi to open discussions again and push for a standalone bill to get the unemployment higher than the $400 a week executive order. The letter mentions people should be getting closer to $600 per week, as the virus was not their fault, and many of the businesses simply aren't reopening at this time. One section of the letter read, "We ask as members return to Washington to address the crisis at the USPS that the House consider legislation like the Work Relief and Security Act. We owe it to the people waiting to get back to work across the country, not only to extend unemployment benefits to help them pay their bills, but to tie those benefits to economic conditions so workers are not held hostage by another cliff like this one." The letter suggested unemployment help be linked to unemployment numbers on a state-by-state case. As I mentioned, Nancy Pelosi is calling for House representatives to come back for an emergency session to discuss the post office situation. I think I speak for most, just as these Democrats have expressed. Please do not come back to Washington and only discuss the post office situation. Please come back and discuss unemployment, stimulus checks, eviction protection, and more. Don't make this just about the post office. If the House comes back and negotiations are able to start again, from what I'm reading, there could be a bill put together and voted upon by Saturday of this week, so just in a few days. Let me know in the comments, do you think the House of Representatives will come back and only work on post office? Or do you think that they will finally feel the pressure from their own party to do a piecemeal deal and have Nancy Pelosi sign off on moving forward? Let me know what you think. Right now, the White House is working on a new bill called a skinny bill. Now, I didn't name it that, but it's a reference to the fact that these original bills were about 1,800 pages long, and this new bill is about 1/10 of that. So it's a skinnier version, right? Right now, it's looking like a smaller version of the HEALS Act, but with negotiation room to be a smaller version of the HEROES Act. So maybe somewhere between the $1.5 to $2 trillion range. This new bill seeks to find a better path forward that gets what the Republicans want and what the Democrats want, while at the same time replacing President Trump's executive orders. We also know from White House statements and from the president himself that he is asking for a replacement bill. He has said that if a better bill is agreed upon, that he will put his executive orders to the side and he will sign the better bill. Here's what we don't know. So right now, stimulus money to the people has been something that the Republicans have agreed on and that the Democrats have agreed in, and also the White House has agreed on. But as they tighten this budget in this skinny bill, will stimulus checks directly to the people be left out? That's what we don't know at this point. Now, whether they get into this bill or not, it is my opinion that they will still happen. All three groups have come together and said that that needs to happen. So I think it would be a political disaster if they did not maintain that and keep that promise. But crazier things have happened with politicians. In an interview, Nancy Pelosi said, "We're willing to cut our bill in half to meet the needs right now. We'll take it up again in January." So basically she's saying that she knows that they need to do something right now and that they can deal with the rest later. I think what she's really saying, as I interpret the read between the lines message, is we want to do something now to ensure that we get votes and win the election. And if Joe Biden is made president, we know we'll get the rest. I think that's what she's really saying. But either way, if they can work for the good of the American people, it just needs to happen and fast. Okay, now, isn't it amazing how quickly politicians are running back to Washington when they are afraid they might lose votes through the mail, but how slow they move when it comes to actually helping the people they want those votes from? It's been disappointing to watch both parties drag their feet and fight while the American people suffer. It's a sad day when the Postal Service becomes more important than hungry and homeless people. Now, being able to vote honestly is a basic American right, but being able to have a roof over your head and food to eat is a basic human right. I hope that they will look at us as humans and not just as votes. Hey, if you found this video helpful, will you give it a like? That way YouTube will share it with others, and please share this on social media. All right, now tonight, my wife and I will be going live at 9 p.m. Eastern for a night of fun. We're gonna answer questions about life, money, business, stimulus, marriage, self-esteem, whatever you guys want. So let me know what you'd like us to discuss. We will also be helping 26 families get $50 so that they can cover groceries, back to school, a bill, or whatever they want. We don't have any contingency on what you use the money for, but it's a total of $1,300 that we want to help our community with. Now, there have been community members that have Venmo'd me money, and that's why this amount is higher. So thank you to those community members for making sure that the community is taken care of. I think it'll be a fun night, certainly better than the negative news. So if you can join us, please do. Otherwise, I just want to remind you that you are amazing. Check out my new swag. I'll be putting up a link. I know some of you have been asking for merchandise, so I'll get that out to you. Hey, I sure appreciate you being in my community. I'll keep you updated as I know more, and I'll see you on the next video.